What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent.
I couldn't let y'all hear the vocals, man. Y'all wasn't ready for that. I had to put on my own Bad Bunny halftime since I ain't watched the Super Bowl. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. Maybe talking all sports, but only Houston. And tonight, welcome to Sauce Center, right? I'm looking crazy. I was running a little bit late, a little off key, been fucking with a bunch in the background. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Glad you could join me this evening. yeah, I had to, I'm original guy, throw they notes, feel me, what I'm talking about. Y'all be thinking I be joking about this. I fuck with Bad Bunny. Like, y'all don't understand. I fuck with that. Everybody talking about, that nigga sounded terrible. I don't give a fuck. I didn't watch the halftime show, right? I didn't watch the halftime show because I said I was going to start harping on a certain player. I didn't watch the halftime show because the team that should have been in the Super Bowl was not there, and I just couldn't bear it. One of my favorite artists, and I couldn't even watch that. I've been talking about that. I've been more excited for that. I promised I actually wanted to watch that, unlike the Kendrick Lamar shit. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about, it's going to be a short stream today. I was going to talk about two things, but I'm actually going to talk about one. I wanted to get back into the backs. That's what I said, back into the backs conversation, because a couple of things going on. What I know the two guys that people like most and the people are watching most, and that's Breece Hall and Kenneth. I don't know, man. Like I know a lot of people talking about Walker. I don't think Walker's in that conversation to be had. Like I mean, we've seen it happen before, I'm sure, right? I'm not your historian, but to me, it's just unlikely. These guys, your MVP, you just gonna let him walk? Like you gonna let him walk? It's hard for me to believe that he's going to be available. I think that that conversation is going to be short lived, and I think we'll find out about that relatively soon. And I know Brees Hall, but like I said, we're just going to kind of focus on the thing that we do know that we have. Like, 'cause I'm not a person who's super big on hypotheticals and possibilities. You know, we can entertain conversation, but I'm not. That's why I'm not super big on the mock drafts. Again, not knocking it, but I just, I'm not. It's like drugs, right? The mock draft kind of like drugs. Like, it's like getting high. You know what I'm saying? It feels good for the moment. You're like, yeah, and then you come back to reality, and you're like, damn, we ain't finna get none of these motherfuckers, are we? This is just a mock. This is a simulation. This is just an activity, So I don't really get too big off into those, right? But let's talk about what we do have, and that's Tank, right? And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, seeing the little things that have been being posted. Oh, and my bad. You come back to red, exactly. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Sal. Shout out to Hendrix. Shout out to me. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. Hope everybody is okay and that your health is top notch. If not, take your ass to the doctor, get a prostate exam. Anywho, let's talk about Tank, man. Tank, I would say by far, my favorite player on this Houston Texans offense. I don't think it's close, honestly, right? And I know people say, oh, he's been gone, he missed a year, the injuries and all. He's still my favorite, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I like young Noel. I say Noel. Some people say Noel. To me, Noel is like Seminoles, N-O-L-E. Noel is like Christmas, Noel, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say Noel. But Tank Dell, couple of things, right? And so let's just kind of have a conversation about it, because there's a few things that when you're talking Tank, that people are going to say. One, Cougar boy, you can't tell me nothing bad about a U of H. Nigga. I don't care what you own. Go Cougs, nigga. It's always forever. That's how it's going down. So you ain't gonna ever tell me nothing negative about anything when it comes to a Cougar boy. Tank, I cried about that for years. Get a U of H guy in here and see what happens, right? I'm a believer in the correlation of the hometown, and even though he's not from Houston, I believe he's from Florida. Like, if you choose a school, you kind of make that your home, especially if it's a school you go to, you ain't bouncing around like a lot of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna bounce over here, I'm gonna jump in the portal, I'm gonna go over here, let me go see what it's like over here, you know what I'm saying? I heard so-and-so got the hose, I might not play, but let me go ahead and be in the portal over here, maybe give me a couple of bitches before I retire, right? Like, that kind of shit. But a motherfucker who fucks with the city already, who already good in the city, and it's just like, it's comfortable, right? So you ain't gonna give me the root against Tank. I don't care what the injuries are. So people say, hey man, let's be honest, Honcho. What do you really believe? Do you think that Tank? Shout out to my bad Yeti. What's the motherfucking deal? What's going down? Hold up, baby. Look, that's why I be fucking up. Okay, so I don't even know which camera. I'm looking over here, thinking it's this camera, but it's this camera. I'm gonna get everything in order. Like y'all gonna realize. I'll tell you, I'll be a little ADD. I'll be a little ADHD. I'll be all over the place. But the shit comes together slowly and eventually. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a situation. Like, do you think Tank is going to snap back? He had injury before. He had a much more severe injury. Like, do you think he's going to come back and be the same Tank? I saw stories, and I want to say Casero maybe mentioned that he was trying his hardest to try to get back. For the postseason, things just don't work out. Sometimes shit just don't go the way it is. And when you're a player who is dynamic as Tank has the ability to be, you got to make sure that everything has a solid foundation. You don't want to just come back and be, trying to do something, doing the things that you normally do, and have a slight aggravation kind of set you back. I don't know if that's something that took place. I don't know what the time frame of it was. I was really content without would I have liked to see him come back and play. Do I think that he would have been a contributor? Depending. Like, I think he's like a gamer. I think he's a gamer. He's one of those people that, like, when the lights come on, when it's time to get to work, he gets to work. Like, some people need to kind of get warmed back up into the process. Some people just got it. Some people is in them. Some people is on them. It's in Tank. So a couple of things to me that look like good signs, right? Coming back as armor car. That's fucked up, but it's kind of funny. Coming back as armor car. And wherever Trill is, I know Trill is the anti-tank. Where is Trill? I know Trill around here somewhere. Because Trill is the only tank hater I know. Trill is the only negative speaker on the tank that I know. But like Tank is, like I said again, I think that, look, take the time, don't rush it. This wasn't a year for you to come back. Come back 110% next season. And the reason why I say all this is because I'm content at the point I told you I was done talking about it the other day. Season's over with. I'm done shitting on Coleridge. But the thing is, truly though, Cucamonga Coleridge needs Tank Dell. Cucamonga Coleridge needs Tank Dell more than Tank Dell needs Cucamonga Coleridge. Would you agree or disagree? 0 for no, 1 for yes. If you agree, drop a 1. If Cucamonga Coleridge needs Tank Dell more than Tank Dell needs Cucamonga Coleridge, drop a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, drop a 0. JB, what's the motherfucking deal? Because, like, I don't know if you want to call him his security blanket. I don't know what you call it. All I know is that when Tank's on the field, CJ plays better, or it appears that he plays better. You know what I mean? He makes him look a lot better. And I think that's kind of easy to do. This nigga, you done brought all the shoes. Why? This was in the closet. Don't look at me like that. Why did you bring this out? This was in the, don't move your, I almost tripped up. This nigga done brought my shoe and put it behind me out the closet. And like I was damn near step back and this nigga just in the bed like ain't shit shake. You know, dogs and women, right? Just don't take accountability. Anyway, let me lose my train of thought. Yeah, it's a situation where, like, if you're running, I mean, come on, like, looking at Texans history, who would you say? And of course, outside of the greats, and even, and let's be let's be for real, bro. Right? Shout out to Diesel. Shout out to Anthony. Let me see. You a hoe, Hendry. Hendry, you got 2 of them. You get 2. Give me one of them back now. I'm fucking with you. But think of all, because we've had some great receivers, right? The Texans, if the Texans ain't had nothing else, we've had some world-class receivers and we've had some world-class defensive linemen, right? Like in that conversation, we can talk about Mario, we can talk about Watt, we can talk about the young boy Anderson now. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about, well, Merciless kind of was more of outside linebacker kind of, but again, when he put his hand in the dirt still occasionally, like, I was going to crack a joke, but I'm going to let it go. Like, you just think about throughout the history, like the Texans have guys who on that defensive line put their hand in the dirt and go get it. You can talk about Babin throughout history. You can talk about Connor Barwin. You can talk about a lot of different guys who could put their hand in the dirt and go get it. And then you can talk about, we've had one of the greatest wide receivers in history. Hopkins, because of how his career trailed off, I'm not saying that he wasn't, but it's like, you know, and it's not his fault, right? It's not his fault, right? We can blame Billy O. We can all still blame Bill O'Brien for that, because would Hopkins have been I think Hopkins, I don't know. I think if Hopkins wouldn't have got traded, maybe through that spell of like Cully and all that time, it might have been a situation like it could have been some other thing like, hey, you're gonna go to where he can tend or something. Like I don't think either way it goes. Just thinking about it, Hop might not have been a Texan for life in that context. Would he have been a Texan longer? Absolutely. But I think it would have got to a point in his career where he would have wanted to win, or you seeing where he's wanting to win. And I think he might have deviated. He might have deviated before we ever got CJ, had it not been, you know what I'm saying? I don't even remember. I'm going to go back and watch that shit. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I got to go back and watch a lot of old. See, there's so much shit that I wish I would have documented and kept more track of, because we make so much content over the years. Like, it's too much. Like, I'd have to hit the lottery to get to pay somebody to go back and like watch everything and clip it off. There's so many memories from just Sauce shit. Like when we were doing a lot more roundtables and stuff. Like, oh my God, bro, those were some of the funniest. Just fun to be a part of, and just some of the funniest streams to actually watch and talk about. But But again, like I said, we had some great route runners. You talk about Hop, you can talk about blah, 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 blah. Damn, Andre, some of you guys pro cook, some of you guys anti cook. I wasn't a big cooks guy. I wouldn't really call him a real Texans guy, kind of flash. But we've had some guys come through here. Y'all remember Kenny Stills? I forgot about that. I don't know why I just thought about that. Y'all remember Kenny Stills? And there's a litany of others. Where, in your opinion, do you think Tank falls in that category? And I'm not talking about all-time great receivers. Understand what the question that I'm asking. And I'm going to go close this closet so this motherfucker don't try to kill me and put no more shoes behind me. I see you looking at me, nigga. As far as route runners, understand what I'm saying. Route runners and the ability to create separation, right? Because let's talk about, like, we can talk about how Hop could run around, but he didn't really get separation on niggas. Like, Hop wasn't really fast like that. Hop didn't really have top end speed, and he wasn't really, his acceleration wasn't like, his hands were impeccable. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bruce Ellington, like, man, let's do it. Drop it. Name a forgotten receiver. So none of the stars, none of the greats, a forgotten receiver who was a Texans fan favorite. Bruce Ellington and the drop, bro. Yeah, bro, come on. I was fucking with Bruce Ellington. For real. I forgot about this. There's so many motherfuckers I forgot. Man, yeah, look, yeah. COVID sauce was a different animal. Daddy, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Purple drink. Fuller. Right? And Fuller in that conversation, I mean, Fuller had the top end speed. Like, Fuller was like the opposite. Fuller had that the all the speed and all the top end shit. He's gonna go. That motherfucker hands was questionable though. It was that motherfucker hand. As much as I like Fuller, and Fuller was he was fast. Fucking shit, great value Fuller. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. That motherfucker was faster than Fuller too. The little dude, I think he ran like a 4.19, something crazy. They said he came from a little school. What was that dude's name? What was his name? Tank Bell, as overall receiver, yeah. But if we're talking about even this route running, because that's what I'm asking about Tank. Where do you place Tank in the conversation of great Texans route runners? You know what I mean? Kuti. Oh, I forgot about the Kuti. Fucking forgot about it. Like Kuti. What we wanted Kuti to be what Tank is, right? We wanted Kuti. Wendell Williams. That was the little nigga. He was fast as fuck. He was like from like Coastal College or some shit. Like he went to, and they was like driving trucks or something. And then like they picked him up, and that motherfucker had go. Like he could get up. Sometimes you can be fast. You know, that's why you don't see a lot more track stars just playing football. Oh, these fast motherfuckers. All I got to do is go out there and go. No, it's because it's nuance to it, right? Sometimes speed ain't everything, but sometimes you're just too light to fight. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Wendell fucking Williams. Kuti, but yeah, Kuti is what we thought. Like we wanted Kuti to be what Tank is, and that never really came to fruition. Kuti was always in the fucking doghouse. Who else? It's been a bunch of little motherfuckers like, but my thing is this, and let's be real about it though. Let's be 100% honest, right? Because Tank has had some injuries, and they're concerning injuries. I personally believe that he's going to come back because I feel like, or either he's got the right mindset, because you see him posting stuff. You've shown him posting like little things like, I'm not necessarily working. I don't watch everything, but the shit I've seen. I've seen him, kind of after a workout, after I guess a rehab session, kind of post that. You've seen him posting the jersey. You've seen him posting certain little songs, kind of little innuendo, asserting that, hey, I'm ready to come back. Like, I saw somebody post something on X a couple of months ago. Oh, Tank ain't gonna come back like that. And he responded, bet money on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that little nigga because he, like, to him, it's not arrogance. It's not, because he walk it like he talk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tank ain't never said some shit. You've been like, I question whatever the fuck he's talking about. Like, Tank is just kind of one of them ones. Like I say, his charisma is different. I think he's just one of those guys that you can't help but like. You know what I'm saying? And then what he does on the field. There you go. What I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? There's only one person I know that hates on Tank? Didn't I tell you? I said he probably wasn't in here yet, but what did I tell y'all? You, nigga. I'm talking to you, nigga. I'm talking to you. I got hair everywhere and shit. Fuck, yeah, man. But yeah, Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Jack Tripp, motherfucking pimp, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, these are names I like. Man, you know, I be forgetting shit. Like that Kenny Stills, like I say, Kenny Stills had a couple of little decent run. Like I say, Bruce Ellington was the one though. Bruce Ellington, probably out of all of the names that we just kind of mentioned again, Bruce Ellington was a guy I liked in the Texans uniform. Because again, one of those just kind of likable guys, not doing too much, just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? I believe Tank is more important than Nico to CJ, right? And all right, I proposed something. We was chatting earlier. I was actually in the Den chat, not in the Sauce chat. If Tank Dell was the same height as Nico Collins, who is your number one receiver on this team? Because even with him not being the same height as Nico, I feel like Tank and Nico's 1A, 1B, right? Like, yeah, Nico gonna pick you up a nice little chunk. He might, walk off on somebody. He might stretch it out a little bit. And he'll catch a little something coming across the field. But you can hit Tank. You can hit Tank anywhere, and he gonna get you a little yak. He's gonna get separation, right? Because he's just like, man, niggas you're not guarding fucking. Say Tank easily. I feel you already. Fucking Mumphrey, bro. That's why I be on these hoes ass now. Because of my nigga Mumphrey, nigga. Like, got played, got finessed. Like, I hope he sued the whole school, dog. Like, that's gonna make me fire up a Den conversation, bro. I said I wasn't gonna do the Den tonight to say we was gonna have another another anime night in the Discord. That shit was actually kind of cool yesterday. Shout out to shout out to J Mel Trill. Shout out to Lou. Shout out to Spitz. We had a real good conversation watching some Attack on Titan in the Den Discord last night. Y'all be a part of that. If you want to be a part of that, let me know. I'll drop the Den Discord in here. But yeah, we're gonna do that tonight, a little bit later tonight after I run a couple of errands. But yeah, man, but the thing about Tank, why I say I'm so confident, I feel good. I know people are questioning whether he's gonna be healthy or not, or whether he's gonna be back to one. One is the jersey number that he's changing back to his college number. That bodes well to me, right? And I know people are like, well, Huncho, you CJ made a little change and you went in on him and you called him all kind of possible homosexuals and possible, intellectually disabled. You called him all kind of stuff, Huncho. Tank's been going through some stuff and he's changing his number, so why don't you talk about him like that? Tank is a fucking dog, nigga. Tank, all the shit I tried to attribute to CJ early on, Tank is all of those things. CJ is just Tank little buddy. You know what I'm saying? CJ just Tank little buddy doing all that little nonsense. You feel me? Yeah, Tank's like I'm gonna be honest. Outside of maybe Dre and I honestly think he might be a better route runner than Hop. Right? If we're talking about routes, right? We're talking about routing the motherfucker. We're talking about pure footwork. If we're talking about he might be he might be I don't think that's an outrageous thing to say. I honestly don't think that's an outrageous thing to say because Hop never really beats you with his feet. Hop's not gonna beat you, he's gonna beat you with his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about it, like I say, if we're talking about overall pure hands and we're not, it goes to Hop, right? But let's not sleep on Tank. Tank got hands. You know what I'm saying? Tank's hands are better than Nico's hands. 0 if you disagree, 1 if you agree. Tank's hands, catching, hands. Give me the little triangle. Not this ain't the Rock. This ain't for Hove. This ain't the Illuminati. Purely receptive. Like talking about hands. Right? Yeah, that's what I say. No, he's not. He's not. No, you're hard pressed to find anybody in NFL history. Like Hop was like that. Like I know niggas love Odell. Man, Hop did Odell shit before Odell did it. It just got called back because of a fucking penalty, right? And it wasn't on the Hop literally did like a week or two before. You know what I'm saying? They got called back because of penalty. Like that fucking catch, that shit. Hop did it first. The shit between the legs. Do y'all remember the shit that DeAndre Hopkins did in a Houston Texans uniform? Right? In a Houston Texans uniform. Okay. So, I forgot the damn question. I was saying, is he a better route runner? I think was the route runner question. If you agree, you think that Tank is a better? Is that the question? I might ask the question. I forgot what question I asked. I think it was the route runner question. If it's the route runner question, is Tank a better route runner than DeAndre Hopkins? 0 for no, 1 for yes. Is the better hands? Oh no, by far no. You know, Hop has better hands. Okay, I might have misinformed the question. The question should have been the route running question that I felt like Tank ran better route. But if it was the better hands, then you're hard pressed to find anybody over Hop. Like I'm not even gonna argue. I'm not gonna go. Who had better hands? Oh damn. Okay, I must have this wrong. I'm thinking too fast. And if I did, then no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's not even a real question. Better route running between DeAndre Hopkins and Tank Dell. I feel like Tank Dell is I don't think it's crazy to say. I think he's a better route runner. Like I think Nico and the thing. Okay. Look, I'll be asking too much. Oh. Whoa. Okay, let me go back. Now let me look at that. In that case, appreciate you, Trill. I know you don't just being here for nothing. I knew you was something. Say, use the whole Hendricks. Say, yeah. Kobe says no. Say, Tank a better. Yeah, he's definitely a better route runner. Kaimi need this shit back. Hop was a cheat code, nigga. Like, I don't think nigga. Like, I mean, we understand, but like, let's be real. Let's be real. Like, there's some guys that can get out and go. There's some guys that are athletic. Hop was not necessarily an athletic specimen. Like, there's nothing about his numbers that necessarily just jump off the charts to you. I think he had a little bit of hops. I ain't like Hop. I want to say his vertical was nice. If I'm not, I want to say he had a decent vertical because he did used to hoop. But with his 40 time, I don't think wasn't impeccable. Was it? I don't think it was nothing off the charts. But he was just such a technician that if you gave him that space and you put the ball in a place where he could reach out and touch it, MCI style, we could reach out and touch it. It's a wrap. It was a wrap, bro. Like niggas, you try to accuse a nigga of wearing stick 'em and shit. Like the shit was just retarded, bro. Like it was it was retarded. All right. Say so Kobe said no. You think that Nico and Anthony say Nico's got better hands. Yeah, when he caught the ball in his leg, Josh say Tank got better hands. You say JB say it's a tie. D say Tank is better. Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Okay, let me make sure. Say Hop was fast, but he had some crazy. Like I say, but he wasn't. Hop was like Hop didn't have that top end speed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Hop. You know, he was okay for like I don't even look at him like just like a fast. Like he was. I mean, that nigga just could catch the fucking ball, bro. That nigga just could catch that all like, but like shit that you weren't expecting. That nigga coming down with that hoe. Okay, so I see somewhat. You say Tank for legs for the routes. Okay, but going back to the Tank and my bad, Tank and Nico, right? Or as Trill so eloquently put it, Nathaniel and Nico. Out of these two guys, like I say, to me, it's 1A and 1B, and I think CJ. I've said it before. I said that Coleridge. They kind of made Coleridge. And like I said, last 2 days, I'm just going back and just kind of watching highlights. Like I'm not even trying to watch the lowlights. I'm not even trying to shit on them. I'm just seeing what was working for him and what can be replicated to make it work again for him. And I think that if Tank comes back, that's a huge safety valve for Cucamonga Coleridge, right? A lot of people have been pointing something out to me and they've been saying something, and I'm not. I say a lot of crazy shit here, right? I didn't question the man's sexuality, his intelligence, his overall intestinal fortitude, and most of this shit be jokes. You know what I'm saying? But truth is often said in jest. So y'all can take the things I say however you want to. It's not like I don't mean it like 100%, but I don't not mean it. But somebody said, like, remember when we were talking about when he cried when Tank got hurt, and he would just cry like a ball. And then I think it's brave to show emotion on the field. Man, you look like a bitch. Anyway, but it just somebody said that it looks more than like a emotional, I hurt my homeboy got hurt type deal. You know what I'm saying? People alleging, this ain't me saying it, right? I'm just repeating what people have suggested in their opinion to me because they know I say crazy shit, right? Unlike other people, I'm not trying to be none of these niggas' friends. I just enjoy the game for my fucking entertainment. If them motherfuckers don't lie, I don't give a fuck, right? So somebody said that it seemed the way he was crying over Tank, and I don't want to say this because to me it's like an insult to Tank. It's like you insinuate like, like Tank like that. But they said they felt like he was crying like more over like a significant other than like a homeboy, right? Like the power of those two. Like this nigga was balling. This nigga had the fucking ugly face. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't alligator. It was real. It wasn't alligator tears. You know what I mean? You say maybe Kobe's reading Tank is hurt and got PTS. Like it's something, bro, because he's not the same, bro. He looks completely different when Tank is on the field and when he ain't. Like that's his binky or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's comfortable now. And another thing, I just had to say one other thing. One other thing that was pissing me off, right? Because now I'm thinking about him being a baby and all that shit. All them time when he was overthrowing him up, he was getting mad, and he was jumping up and down, stomping on the ground. That's like a bad sign to me, right? Like that is that not like a petulant child tantrum? Like a nigga who misses a throw, you miss a throw, you react like, fuck, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But you jumping up and down and doing like this, that's how a little girl responds to shit. Oh, not the circle. The circle of life. See, that's why I ain't let y'all hear me singing that Bad Bunny being, because that shit was terrible. I was jamming though. But yeah, man, it's something different about this guy's style of play. Like I don't know if Tank give him confidence. Like if he just know ain't nothing else there, he'll be able to find Tank. Like if it just makes him feel more confident in his play or something. It says he didn't have that this year. Like maybe that's it. I don't know, right? But I if we're gonna stick with CJ, Tank coming back is great. But again, he's posting his jersey, he's showing the number one. He's actively, attending games. He's there. He's like, I think Tank is hungry because he knows that's where his show is. On that field, it's the Tank show, right? Like it's on that field. Let's be honest. Like Nico's nice, but you know what you're gonna see out of Nico, right? And he's gonna be very good at what he does. I think it's very few times that you've seen Nico do something that you didn't think he could do, right? And again, like I say, as a number one, I mean, you should have. He has the wheelhouse of a number one receiver, but it's like he don't got that go get itness. That's not a word, but I'm using it. Go get itness, like Tank got it. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, bro. Fortunately, Stover he didn't tear anything. I know that thing came back, but I've never seen, bro, and that's what I'm saying. It's stuff like that. Like, cause it's not just the turn. It wasn't just the turnover. Y'all finna make me go back down. I said I wasn't gonna do it. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Cause it wasn't just Coleridge's turnover. It was the passing. It was everything was behind. It was nothing looking good. So it wasn't just, he just said it. No, it was anyway. I'm going on. I'm not a betting man, right? I'm not gonna bet any money on it because I don't got no control over the situation. I don't like betting on shit I can't control. I bet on myself, right? But I look at betting on another. This nigga's gonna do some shit. I don't even know this nigga, but I believe in him. That's self-esteem. But all the gamblers, all the prize people be mad at me. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. But man, get your money. I ain't mad. But I don't know why, right? Like the same feeling of I don't believe in CJ, and it's kind of a conflicting feeling, honestly. Like the same feeling of I don't believe in CJ, and how adamant I feel about that at this point is almost as I don't want to say I'm at that point of I believe that Tank will be Tank, even if Tank is a step slower, is he not still a viable weapon? Right? You say nigga only got 2 routes. I get where you're coming from. I understand what you're saying. I mean, think about where you see and having most success at. Honestly, you're not saying that's all, but when you think about where you think about most Nico catches, you think when you just kind of cycle them through your head, I wouldn't say that's all he got, but that's where you kind of see a lot of shine there. So I'm not. Holly, man. All right. This is what we're going to do. I said it's going to be a short one today because I said I was going to talk about backs, but I just kind of touched on it. I'll save it for Friday. Well, we kind of get into some things. I think that because the two, like I said, everybody's talking about Breece Hall and Walker. I don't think Walker's going to be available. I don't think people are going to. I think Walker's going to end up back where he was, and I think, and just honestly, like I say, we'll dive into why, but a little bit later. But I think you put the lease on Breece. Because here's the thing, you put the lease on Breece. Like if you come out of free agency with Breece Hall and nothing else, I did too, right? Because remember, where did he come from? San Diego State. Like I had to when you said the name, I saw it the first time, and I'm like, golly, when I had to clear some of the cobwebs. I had to get up in this little corner of my head, the name. What was that nigga? And he was supposed to be the I think with the tight end. That was supposed to be it's supposed to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I say. That's why I hear a lot of people talking about Walker. I just don't even see that being an option. I mentioned it, yeah, you would like to have him, but I don't think you got a shot. I don't think you got a shot. But if you come out of this free agency with only Breece Hall and you don't really make any other significant changes, you're going to have to do some on the line because we're going to lose a couple of things. We're going to have to fix a couple of things, but we'll get to that. Like I said, I'm trying to so we can have plenty more content, isolate positions and things to start talking about. But y'all know me, we can talk about all goddamn day. Ain't got nothing to talk about tomorrow. We just gonna crack some jokes. But yeah, I think if you come out of this motherfucker with Breece Hall and nothing else, would you be okay with that? 0 for no, 1 for yes. Would you call it a positive free agency if you walked away with Breece Hall, right? If you walked with Breece Hall, well, trust me, I already know Linderbaum is the conversation. We can get Ray in here. That's why I say, I really one, because look, Ray, like I said, Ray, when the line, the trenches, anything involving the trenches, Ray is my go-to source, right? Because Ray gonna know the way, right? And I know Ray is super high on Linderbaum. I know a lot of people are, but and has been for a minute. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I was just about to say they might tag him, right? So you say Jack Tripp, you say it's not you're not happy if you come out with Breece, you're not happy about that. Y'all don't think it's a quality free agency and fulfilling the rest of your needs through the draft? Because what are we hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Just hear my vision. See my vision. I can't see my vision, but just hear me. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. The same roster the same team that you just had, instead of featuring Woody Marks and Nick Chubb, you have Breece Hall. Tell me what that alone does for your record this year. Tell me what that alone does for your quarterback who can't hold on to the ball for some reason and likes to give it to the other team when you actually have an option of a guy you can, reliably put the ball in his hands and let him do work. I get, you know what I'm saying? But here's my deal. I don't even think the O-line was trash. I just don't think we had the backs to do what we needed to do, right? Inside, right? And then we could talk about this game. We can talk about play calling in that sense, getting out, and wide and things like that. But you have a guy who's versatile that you can do these things with, right? You have a guy that brings you more versatility and ability. Like I said, was the running game great? But again, you put Joe Mixon in those situations. Like, think about it. Think about how much of a difference it was when you saw Jawar, right? Same line, same opportunity, same things happening, but you had a guy who could make a cut and go. Woody's not that guy. Chubb isn't that guy anymore. Like, you would see Chubb when Chubb was actually looking good. Chubb was getting you 7, 8, 9 on a carry. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say super consistently, but you know, when he was good, he was good. It's Chubb. He's old. He's not the same Chubb. Chubb used to be a star. Woody ain't got no vision. You know what I mean? Yeah, Woody ain't got no vision. Woody is gonna run hard, but Woody's running hard is not necessarily good enough to get it done. Like I say, Woody gonna run, get you 1-2, get bumped into somebody, he's going down. Or he's not. He'll keep running. You'll be in a pile. He'll try to push that mother, but he's not dynamic enough. Woody ain't shaking shit. Like, you go back and look at a lot of the runs. Like I say, Woody ain't cutting shit. Like I said, one cut and go. You saw Jawar come in that one time, make one cut and go, and damn near run that hoe, or damn near house that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I'm not against. But here's exactly. I'm not anti-Woody. I think Woody is a good second or third guy, right? Second or third guy, maybe injury this week. We need a stable guy to, hold it down, not necessarily turned over. I know he had the fumble and but he's not necessarily a guy that coughs a rock up like that, especially the young guy, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it gets a little bit of leeway. I don't hate Woody. I just think that you have a lot of options that can contribute much more significantly than Woody could, right? So it's that. Like, I think those two things matter. When you got a guy who doesn't really have vision, he's not seeing those holes or he's not seeing those cuts. He's not going to make the right decision, and it's going to make it's cohesive. It's going to make the line play look a little bit worse than what it was. But when you saw other guys have those opportunities, you saw they took it. Chubb just wasn't. If Chubb was old Chubb would have had a couple plays where he'd had some big runs, but he ain't got that getaway no more. He ain't got those cuts like that no more. And Woody's just not fast enough, right? Woody's not fast or strong enough to, you know what I'm saying? You say Brees complete the Ohio State trifecta. Yeah, he doesn't. But see, and that was the thing with Jawar. Jawar got up out that hoe and started getting tired. He wasn't expecting that. He wasn't expecting to get a run like that. We can, right? But do we want a nice arm? Like, here's my thing. And this is my argument. And again, I know people are different. And so everybody's not looking at CJ the way I am. And so I don't expect that. So this is what I'm saying. The way I'm saying the way I am saying it is because I believe that you put together a team that if Cucamonga Coleridge just can't get his mojo back, you know what I'm saying? He went and got the fade. Look, if that nigga don't come into the season and this nigga ain't got no waves, because you cut your dreads, you got to retrain your hair, right? That's the only way I might entertain this nigga. First, bring in Malik for the quarterback competition. And this nigga better have some waves. This nigga ain't got no waves. By the time this nigga come back to camp, this nigga's I ain't saying this nigga. I'm calling this nigga. I don't even want to say 7 because we remember we went to Allswallow. We started calling him 17, but 7 is actually a cool number. So I'll figure it out anyway. But I'm looking at a situation where you can plug somebody in that spot, and all the other pieces are what that's what everybody wants to do anyway. Like everybody, well, he needs this and CJ didn't have tools. CJ didn't have weapons. CJ didn't have everything he needed. So, again, I build a team that if the guy y'all got faith in fails, you got somebody else you can plug in there, and that team is still successful. And, again, I don't give a fuck about the I'm like D'Amico, nigga. I don't give a fuck about this offense. Nigga, I'll figure it out, nigga. I'm in control. I'm on this side of the ball where the shit's shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I get it. People love offensive play. I like to see niggas get their heads knocked off. I like to see motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. As long as that motherfucker ain't in the Texans jersey, I like to see niggas take a little cart ride to the fucking locker room. I don't give a fuck. It sounds fucked up, right? It sounds terrible. Like, Hunter, you're a terrible person. No, it's just a gladiator sport that's gotten soft. Like, I don't know if y'all still do this. We used to have some shit in high school, right? And I might be showing my age. The fucking hairs on my face show my age, but it used to be some shit at the end of the year that the girls would do called powder puff football, and it'd be like a little, I don't know if it was like, I didn't watch none of that shit. I really ain't give a fuck. It'd be like, yeah, the boys, you guys be coaching. I'm not coaching these bitches. And they do like powder, and be like a little powder puff game, a little whatever game, and they play. That's what football is starting to become. How dare you disrespect Matt Schaub? How dare you? How dare you? Big Al, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Always good to see you, Big Al. I think like when I think Big Al, I think about Big Al Bundy. I grew up on Al Bundy. Al Bundy was my favorite people of all. Ed O'Neill is just a great person. He's probably like, he could be one of them damn Hollywood elites doing all kind of terrible stuff. But in my book, Al Bundy is a good man. Al Bundy and when he's on what's the other one? Family, the other show, Modern Family. Like, okay, I'm super deviating. I said I wasn't going to. I said I was only doing 30 minutes. I'm super deviating. We'll get ready to wrap it up. So I have this belief, right? One, trade Nico. Y'all look. We're arguing the team and everything, but y'all already know if y'all been here. My stance, you can trade CJ and Nico for all I give a fuck. But if we're sticking with the guys, we're going because I feel like if you were offered a second for Nico, would you take it? If you guys were offered a second round pick for Nico Collins, would you take it? 0 for no, 1 for yes. While y'all drop the vote on that, let me tell you my thoughts on Married with Children and Modern Family. In my mind, Modern Family is a follow-up to Married with Children, except that Peg ran off with the biker gangs. The sons and her. She left him and the kids. And let's just say she ran off with the biker gang. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Peg was one of the baddest bitches on television back in the day. Kiss my ass. Peggy Bundy still get it. You know, I'm talking about her and the bonbons. But anyway, Peg ran off with the biker gang. She on some other shit. Al then went and got him a big booty Latina. You know, and started him a new family. Money got right because his wife wasn't stealing from him. Bud then deviated and turned into the little, you know, the fun son. And then turned into the fun son. And everybody know Kelly used to get around, right? And, you know, the daughter on the show, she wasn't just even though her husband was like the cool nigga, the funny nigga on the show. So, like, to me, it's just a follow-up of Married with Children, and they got older and their lives got better. That's how I look at Modern Family. No, it's crazy, has no tie into it. But, yeah, right. Now, you know, the only offense we got, what are you talking about? Higgins can give you everything. Tell me what you see from Nico Collins right now that you don't believe Jaden Higgins is going to give you next year. Right? And if Jaden's your primary target, he can give you everything that Nico. What did Jaden drop this year? 600? And really wasn't getting them looks like that early on? 500-600 yards? It's not bad to really not be getting, you know, targeted. He really wasn't getting targeted like that until CJ came back from the head bump. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. You don't know Modern Family, nigga? You don't know Modern Family? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's my argument. CJ plays better without Nico. Right? CJ has some safety valves. You know what I'm saying? He relies a little too heavily on, like, again, I think that's part of it, right? Because let's be honest, CJ had more time this year to throw than ever, right? And the statistics did not back that up, right? Had better protection than ever. Statistics did not back that up. That's why I say some people I think are more focused on having a good quarterback than a good team. I'm thinking money. Really, I don't give a fuck about nothing on that offense. I want you to. I'd rather us be like a Ravens, right? Where we know we're a defensive focused team, and this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna make sure. Because this is what y'all got to understand too. Good defensive players like playing with other good defensive players. Right, the same way, like, I don't know why we don't think this way about defense players, but like we do with receivers and wanting to go play with other quarterbacks. Like, there are motherfuckers all around this league. I promise you, there are linebackers, there are linemen, there are other corners who know they couldn't even start on this motherfucker. There are other secondary players that know they couldn't even start on this team that would have loved to put on a Texas just to be a part of this defense. Right, I guarantee, because guess what? I got other guys making my job easier, then, you know, it makes it all that much more worthwhile. Like, you know, so my whole thing is invest in the defense. That's what's winning you games. That's what's pulled you through. That's what kept you relevant this year, and that's what put you in a conversation that you never had before until the guy that you everybody's praising decided that he didn't like it because the conversation went about. Like, I almost feel that way. Like, I don't want to be that much of a hater, but I almost feel like the guy sabotaged it all because it wasn't on his time. He wasn't the one that put it in order. Like, nobody was giving him credit, so fuck it, I'm gonna sabotage it. It's either that, he's the ultimate hater, the nigga that lost some sense since he didn't bump his head, or this nigga getting some foreign money this nigga got some Muslim or some Mossad money in his motherfucking account. Like, it's something, because there's no way you just play that bad 2 games in a row. But, again, let me see what y'all say. You say you take a second and a second for Coleridge and a first for Nico? I think Nico could. I think Nico could draw your first, but my inquiry is that would you take a second if it was offered, right? Oh, yeah, you pay Will. It's all right. Like, the Will shit already done. Like, yeah, we just don't know it. That you might as well consider that shit good as done. We just don't know, right? Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, as far as I'm concerned, CJ Stroud is Trent Dilfer. As far as I'm concerned, he's Rex Grossman. As far as I'm concerned, that's the caliber of guy you got, right? Until he proves me that an Ohio State quarterback is worthwhile, because right now all that's on your shoulders. I think you can't play quarterback at Ohio State and not be smart. Like, until you prove me that's who that nigga is to me, right? Just don't fuck it up for me. That's how I look at him. Like, I know other people look at him, CJ's gonna be CJ ain't. What is he carrying you to? You saw who carried y'all, and that's why I don't understand why we're not giving more credit where that's due. And I know the offense put points on, but you come on, man. If that's the play that you're accepted of last year, he's replaceable. That's all I'm saying. What people are counting on is thinking that he's going to get back to his rookie year. His rookie year was only that because of the guys around him, right? So it is what it is. Last question. And for those who are, I don't like it, but nothing worse, Sally. Yeah. Let's see. We'll need to keep. Yeah, man. Look, I'm not even gonna get onto it, because I know motherfuckers like points and all that stuff. Let's be honest. You got Kaimi. Kaimi is your point scorer. Kaimi's scoring all your motherfucking points. Like, let's be for real. Kaimi's scoring more points than Kaimi giving you more points than CJ, right? So Kaimi's more important than CJ. Like I said, all you got to do is get you a decent running back. You control the clock. You know what I'm saying? You put it in his hands. Let's go. Let's play some football. Let's play some rough and tumble old school football. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Stop us. Line up and stop us. That's what the Texans did on defense. Why we can't do that on offense? Get you a couple of bruises up there, and let's go play some football. We get it in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do anything else, we ready for that too. Right? We just don't want to throw the ball, because I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know. I just don't have faith in dude. I don't even want to slander the motherfucker no more. Like, at this point, I just don't care about it. You know. Right. Nah, it ain't even like on the cool. I'm glad he cut him. He really ain't earned them hoes. So think about the niggas on the team with locks and what type of niggas they. Man, that whole secondary. Your whole secondary got locks, right? Because they lock it down. CJ had locks because he got locked down. So he had to cut his shit so he could get free. You feel me? Anyway, my name is Ed Honcho, man. I thank you wonderful people for being here. I went a little longer than I intended to. Like I said, if you're in the Discord in the Den, I'm not going to do a Den show live tonight, but we'll do tomorrow. Might do something crazy. We're going to do something crazy on Friday. We'll be live in the sauce again on Friday, 6 p.m. Central. We'll talk more about the back situation, because that's what I really wanted to get on more on talking about running backs and things then. But like I said, I don't think Kendrick Walker's an option. We'll talk about Brees, and we'll talk about if you're out of the Brees sweepstakes, what do you do to come away with that? Then maybe next week we'll kind of get on the lineman and tight end situation. I know that's something a lot of people want to discuss. A lot of options with that. I'm hearing this is a very tight end heavy draft, right? You know, I don't necessarily be all the way in on all the draft talk, but I'm trying to be a little bit more into it for you guys this year, right? I don't know how to tell you how I feel about that, but again. It ain't about the lineman. I actually probably went easier on him after he cut the hair. You know what I'm saying? Than I was after the first fucking game. Honestly, I probably went harder on him on the Steelers game than anything. You know what I'm saying? And then, I just kept it going after whatchamacallit. Niggas was just happy about the Steelers game because we won. I'm telling you, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when everybody was mad because I was still rocking with B.O.B., you know what I'm saying? And everybody, well, you still. That's how I'm looking at everybody else now. Y'all still fucking with that nigga? I'm out. But man, I fucks with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. For real. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you show love to your families. Don't be don't be out there being, bad men. It might be ladies. It's hardly ladies in the South. I hate this guy. He's rude.
talks crazy stuff. He's misogynist. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about half the time. He hates women. He's an incel.
That's the type of shit I be getting online. But anyway, man, I fucks with y'all, man. Again, if you're a family man, do what you got to do for yours. If you're not, call somebody you ain't talked to in a while, tell them you love them. Man, we need more happiness in this world, man. It's a crazy place. This shit gonna get crazy. So try to be a beacon of light, man. Try to be a person who it spreads good. You know what I mean? We need more of that right now because I sure as shit ain't that nigga. Anyway, we trying to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. If you want to join the Discord, patreon.com/SawSports. That's $5 tier. You be a part of that. Honestly, we gotta have a talk about the Discord and what's gonna happen. Because y'all, if y'all know me in my, like, some of y'all only know me for my sports takes and maybe not so much more of the everyday life, political type talks and those things. And that's not even political. I don't give a fuck about politics or politicians. They all scumbags. But yeah, the things that are going on in the world, right? I'm a person about privacy and personal security, and Discord is about going in the direction opposite of that. So I'm gonna be setting up some other Discord-like platforms. Some of these things may be self-hosted. Got some pretty good news today, so which should free up some things for me. So getting that good news may be able to mean that I can do some other things that kind of get into stuff the way I want to. So I'm gonna try to do some self-hosted stuff because, like I say, man, my privacy is super huge. I'm super big on y'all's privacy. I would never ask y'all to do some shit I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not how the game go. So when they come with that facial recognition shit, I'm definitely not going to be using Discord. So those of you who are Discord users, who are part of that, and who are paying attention to that or whatever, don't worry. We're going to be on top of that. We're going to get that cleaned up. Yeah. But with that being said, Anime Night, maybe 9 or 10. I don't know, 9 or 10 tonight. We'll be in the Discord finishing up. I think we were on episode 6 or 7 last night, I think, of the first season of AOT. And yeah, I've seen it already. I know what it is, but it's the second run through, and it's some people's first time watching it. So if you do decide to join us in the Den Discord for the conversation, no spoilers. No spoiler. Like, if we know it's cool, but we just in there chopping it up, letting some folks who hadn't seen it enjoy it. They got questions, we talk about it, we discuss it, a little anime. So you're like, nigga, y'all too grown to be. Let me tell you something. All right, this is my last thing I'm finna say, just to give y'all the full hour. You say, oh, you too old to be fucking with anime. Let me tell y'all something, man. I grew up doing the shit, like, I was always an odd ass nigga because I just did the shit I like doing, and it was never cool. Those things weren't cool back in the anime wasn't cool back in the day. And they used to use y'all used to see the niggas went back up like the nigga with the anime kind of silky shirt, nigga got some kind of samurai sword. Niggas used to clown that nigga. Niggas used to trip that dude in the hallway. Niggas used to trip that dude in the motherfucking hallway, man. Oh yeah, let me put the Discord. If you want the Den Discord, like I say, the Sauce Discord, it's you got to go to patreon.com/SauceSports to join up, and I'll send you the link there. If you want the Den Discord, I'll put the Den Discord link in the chat for those of you who want to be a part of that. Let me get that right now. But yeah, like, y'all know. Let's be for real. Like, y'all know back in the day, the anime niggas used to get made fun of. They used to get picked on. You know what I'm saying? And you might be on to something. You might be on to something. And niggas started getting that shit like it was cool, but I always been fucking with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And now I see like niggas be talking about, niggas what? Nigga, I'm supposed to change up because it's new to y'all? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, we talking about good animes, good things like that. So if you want to join that conversation, that's kind of something new we didn't started. Be a part of that. With that being said, I'm trying to introduce, man. I appreciate us sincerely. Like, look at me, check me out, dog. I don't be saying a lot of shit. I don't got enough words to be saying shit just to be saying shit. I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I mean, take care of yourselves. It's a crazy world we live in. I expect to see y'all Friday, 6 p.m. If you ain't there, I'm finna come to your house. I'm finna call your mom. I'm gonna knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call your gal. I'm gonna call your side chick because I know nigga. I know y'all niggas. I know what kind of niggas be in the sauce. I'm calling everybody if I don't see y'all. But with that being said, Chunk Dudes, man. Y'all have a good evening. And until next time. But I should be in the voice chat in the Den here soon if y'all want to chop it up. All right, adios, amigos. I'm gone. Yeah.